Alright, it's 8:06. We got tilling's done, fertilizing's done, seeding's done, packing's just about done. Now I'm going to spray with simazine. So it went pretty smoothly. A few wet spots like I said, but all in all, the seed's disappearing once we pack it. That's the most important thing, is to get it, underneath some dirt. And now we just gotta pray for some perfect weather. Alright folks, welcome back to another episode. Today is August 4th. We're up here on the private land, getting some things done today. It's been a pretty hectic summer. Last 3-4 times I've been up here, it's like I'm a chicken with my head cut off, running around like crazy. No time to really do a video. I plan on getting a couple videos done this summer, but really been crunched for time when we're up here. But yeah, this morning I gotta change a lot of batteries and cameras, check some SD cards, check and see how the plots are doing. We planted those July 20th, and then the week after that, the other halves, and they were looking good germination. And then the last week or so, it's been really dry and hot, so we need some rain. We had rain all the way up until about the 20th, 22nd of July, and now it's kind of in that dry spell. But they germinated, they're growing up good. We just need some more rain to keep it going, but we got a good start on those. Like I said, I got a lot of things to do today. Might put up a stand. Got a lot of mock scrapes to redo and put up, and that should be a good day. It's finally cloudy, not 90 degrees. Got a mid-70s today, and try to get as much done as I can today and get ready for the season. It's coming up quick. Alright, this is the kill pot that I've shown on previous videos. Didn't till it up last year and redo it. It had a pretty good amount of clover in it still, so I decided it was really tall this year and weedy from all the rain and stuff. And we came back here and tilled it up about 10 days ago and planted, and had great germination. We had great moisture in the soil when we planted, so as you can see, it's coming up great. Some bare spots that I'll need to oversee with some rye or something, but I did plant some clover. I topped it with some red clover too, so that's coming up as well in the bare spots that you can't see. Turkeys have been back in here and dust bowling and stuff, so they might have picked some of the seed, but 10 days old, it's looking great already, so it's a good start. Alright, we're at the back plot this year. We broke it down in thirds. The middle part is brassica. I sprayed plot start on that right after we planted it. It's looking really good right now, actually, after 2 weeks only. And then the other 2/3 are like a grain blend, so I didn't have time to spray those with plot start. Storm moved in right after we planted, so I just decided to hold off, and now I'm going to spray it with liquid nitrogen, and if I have enough, I'll spray the brassica too as well. But the nitrogen should give it a good jump. It's looking actually fairly good. It's a little patchy, but I'm just going to have to go over it with rye in a couple weeks here once we start getting some more rain. So alright, we're at a new spot that we hung this spring. It's going to be a rut spot. It's in a transition area, right on the edge of a marsh, and then on the opposite side is another bedding area. So I'll take you guys in there. I'm going to put up this bow hanger. Forgot I gotta do some cutting too back here. Just cut some lanes. I think you could probably see in the video there's trails that crisscross all over and within 20-30 yards of the stand. So the main trail is about 10-15 yards to the left. Got a camera on that right now. I'm gonna come back here either today or next time I'm up here and do some cutting, and then leave this alone until November. So pretty good new spot, I think, and should hopefully have some action here this fall. Alright, we're up at the front plot now. This year we expanded the plot, double the size. It's about 1.5 acres now. We got one side with the Sweet Feast brassica, and then we got the Fall Forage blend with clover and radishes on the other side. And had a brilliant idea of screening this all just like we did last year, but expand it so it covers the whole plot again. And then we ended up getting the banks stump lined. And the plan was to have this screen do the same as last year, grow 9-10 feet tall, and be able to sneak into the stump line on an 8-foot elevation platform, or whatever we were going to do, 8-foot 4x4s, and tuck it in the shield a little bit, and be able to access in and out perfectly without deer knowing that you're coming or going. But yeah, we planted end of June. Thought we had good soil, good conditions, had just enough moisture, I thought, and packed it all down and did everything we could. And then a night later we got 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. So, you know, on paper it was going to be a perfect situation, but like I said, we're not going to be able to hunt this spot on the plot, but it's going to be a good attraction as long as we don't bug it too much. Sucks that we don't have any screen this year, but we do have a new stand that we hung this spring that's about 150 yards off this food plot. It'll be a morning spot as they're going back to the bedding area. And we took the dozer and made a nice path, about 25-yard shot that they'll cross broadside. And I'm going to head there after this. The brassicas germinated 2 days after we planted, so they did a good job. Just need some more rain now and they'll be popping pretty good. There's the other side. Well, it obviously is a little early to plant grains, but if we waited this week or next week, now we're in a drought, and I don't see much rain in the next 10-12 days, so I just figured it'd be better to plant them earlier when we had moisture, and the deer around here don't really let it grow. The deer around here don't really let any of the food plots grow too tall, so I don't think the grain stemming out is going to be a problem. Like I said, it was just good to have moisture when we planted, and kind of glad we did, because the next 10-12 days don't look good for rain. So this is the spot I predict that someone's going to get a shot at. A nice buck. Like I said, the food plot is off to the left of the stand, and they're going to use that dozer trail to come through broadside, so it's a good setup. Got thicker overstory bedding to the right, so they're going to work south and to north, and then north to south in the evenings. But it's a good kind of area. There's a lot of browse in here, so on paper it sounds pretty good. Probably going to hold off to get the mock scrape put in. Back up here on the private land this morning. It's about 9:30. It is August 10th. Decided to come up this weekend, back-to-back weekends, because it's nice and cool this weekend. It's only 60 degrees right now, and feels like fall's in the air, but next week's supposed to be in the 80s again, so I decided to come up this weekend and get the rest of the stuff that I need to get done. Back here in the back plot right now, and brassica took a big jump from last week. I sprayed this whole field with liquid nitrogen, and it's actually looking better than the front this year so far. But I got 100 pounds of rye I'm going to top back here in the grain side, and the front plot, the grain side. So I'm going to fill in the bare spots with the rye, and hopefully that does the trick. Today I'm going to move a stand off this food plot and tuck it in, overlooking some heavy trails. There's some nice bucks that show up this week. Just pass them through 3 shooters in like 4 days. So I'm gonna hang a stand back there, and then I'm gonna look for a spot to put the stump line on this food plot, because obviously the front plot shield didn't turn out the way I wanted it to this year. So we're gonna do plan B with the stump line and tuck it in here, and it should be a good setup, especially with the way the plot's looking. So I'm gonna get at it today. One thing when taking a stand down that I always forget to do is grab the bow hanger. So there's probably got a dozen scattered throughout across the county. I forget. Make sure you grab your bow hangers. This little knob I'm on here is surrounded by really bedding everywhere. In front of me it drops down into the neighboring property. It's a creek bottom, and then it gets back up on another ridge on the opposite side of the creek, so it's a good low bedding spot. To my right here, this kind of drops down really slowly into a cedar swamp, and all these trails are going into there. So this is where I got the camera right now. facing the creek bottom. And that's why I've got the 3 shooters this past week. So I was going to hang it in this stand. I was going to hang it in this tree right here, but I found 2 more trails that would be behind it that would be going to the food plot. So the farthest shot is 35 yards. It's a decent poke, but I think it would be better to get farther north off these trails so we can cover, I think, 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 trails coming from the bedding. So I'm going to get that going right now. I'll do a little bit of cutting, but this is just a little transition spot before they get to the food plot that they usually feel pretty safe in back here. Finally got everything situated in there. We're about 16 feet up. 4 sticks. Good path in here. It's looking really good though. Got great cover from any deer in front. That's about 10 yards away while you're sitting. It's looking pretty good though, so I'll take you guys up there. Alright, we're up in the stand. I really like this spot. Glad I took the time and did this. So from here you can see the far side of the food plot, be the north far side. There's some rolling topography throughout this kind of back area. I can just see the bottom of the ridge that goes along the creek in front of me. Farthest shot will probably be about 37. That's the farthest trail. We got looks like a natural scrape at about 29, and a trail that goes past that, and then a trail at about 7 or 8 yards. So we got 3 to 4 trails. They should work right to left to give us a perfect broadside shot. Alright, we're back at the back plot now. We had a bad start to the morning. Went to go turn the sprayer on, and the black and red cord were completely chewed apart. So something got at that the last 2 weeks. So not going to be probably able to spray. I tried connecting them with some tape, but that didn't work. So this is looking really good back here. I want to get that spray today. So I mean, I might just go old style, and I got a hand sprayer back at the camp I could use, so maybe I'll do that. There's a little bit of browse pressure here. I might end up putting a little orange tape fence around the area closer to the stand, but yeah, I gotta get a mock scrape set up here about 25 yards from the stand on the stump line, and then move 2 cameras. I'm gonna move one on this mock scrape and then one on the trails back where I hung that stand a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna get at it. Alright, I got the mock scrape set in there. It's got a nice cedar. Got a couple different branches at good eye level for the deer to monkey with. And then take you guys into the blind right now and see what it looks like from the blind. Access is going to be down that hill. I might order like a small screen fence. So 15 footer or something, 5 foot high. So this is covered up. And probably brush in the front a little bit. Here's the stump line. It's really hot out right now. So the main 2 windows will be obviously this one and this one. And this is just for this year probably. Because the front plot screen didn't grow. That's where we're going to put it up, elevated. We're going to get a camera on this mock scrape, about 22 yards, perfect distance. These deer at night work right to left, and if we hunt it in the morning, they arc left to right. They come out of the big crop fields to the north, so it's a good spot. Alright, we're down in the triangle now. Spooked one deer. Looked like a doe. It's the tree I decided to pick out. Be able to shoot down in this marsh and shoot on the top of this little point here. This will look a lot different when we hunted end of October, early November. So got the stand hung up about 18 feet probably, overlooking this cattail little marsh here. On the backside, it's a steep ridge. Had 2 deer here already run past me when I was setting this up. Some easy hanger. I'm gonna hang the lifeline, and that's it. Trim the plot in front of me. Got plenty of shots in front. And the main path that they take is probably gonna be in front, maybe behind us, but just like 8 yards. That's another good spot, so I'm gonna finish up here and on to 1 or 2 more things. Alright, got the mock scrape hung at the Bulldozer Boulevard stand. These branches coming out. Ready to go. Deer are pounding this trail that we made, so should be a good setup. Coming back and forth from the front plot, heading back to the bedroom. So got 1 more camera to hang, and that's it. I'm gassed. Alright, that's going to do it for the 2024 prep video. Things are starting to look good as we creep closer and closer to opening day. Pretty excited to see how the new setups go this year, as well as the few other things I tweaked. And I'm looking forward to getting after it again, whether it's up here or out on the public somewhere. Thanks for watching, and good luck this season.